Hi everyone, my name is Farid Yaghin, Chairperson of Camp Aftermath, and here I am, post Roto 1 Phase 2. We're entering into Phase 3. So what does that mean? That means we just came back from Costa Rica from our volunteer trip, which was just a mind-blowing experience. As you all know, this is a 3-phase program, 1 year long. Phase 1 started about a couple months ago. We started doing some VTC, some digital meets online. And then really getting to know each other, building some trust. And then we met in Ottawa March 1st to 3rd, where we basically spent some time together and at an Airbnb. And we got to know each other. Dr. Weiland came down, participants from all over Canada came down to Ottawa. And then we did some group work, some thorough work. We started peeling back the onion, building some trust amongst each other, understanding the theme of it. Right, so the suitability part and understanding was all done as well, and then here we are. And then we started phase 2, which was basically deploying to Costa Rica and in some volunteerism in the humans, animals, and the environment. Wow! So we started off the first couple of days in La Carpio, which was a shanty town in Costa Rica. We were guided by our sister charity founder Gail Nystrom. It was just mind-blowing. We built basically a house. We tore down and built down a house for an underprivileged family. What can I say? You know what? One of the observations, the biggest thing was the fact that there was a lot of talk about mental health and coping mechanisms and resilience and all these beautiful things having to do, and it almost became overwhelming because every conversation was about something like that because we were all just getting to know each other, right? But as soon as these guys, the shovel hit their hands in the earth, it was just gone. It was just a bunch of guys working together to help someone. They barely even knew, the lady, and there was a language barrier, but it didn't matter after a couple of days, right? The owner of the house was just coming, and even the Costa Ricans that were helping us, after a couple of days, there was no language involved. It was just sign language. We learned a couple of words, they learned a couple of words, and it was just awesome. It was just completely barbaric and primitive how we were doing this project, right? It was just shovels and me and Syriac were like using, and everyone else was like using like pots and pans, and they got earth to put the post in, right? Because we were putting post in and putting concrete slabs down in the middle of it. It was like a prefab house. You want to follow day-to-day progress, by the way, please go to Instagram, Camp Aftermath, or Facebook and Twitter, and you can see basically how this project came together. So it was just so amazing to see these guys. When everyone was in the trenches, no one was talking about mental health. There wasn't about any questions about symptoms or prognoses and resilience. It was just a bunch of guys doing work and working with purpose, which was really the main part of this. And it was so good to see. And, Dr. Weiland, he was in the trenches too, right? Crazy Navy guy. And so it was just really flattering and awesome to see. And other random things happened that was just made this trip so much better. There happened to be a group of doctors and their residences visiting Costa Rica at La Carpio. So, the former medics on the group, which being Syriac and Dave, they spent a half day, I believe, with them. And, I believe it was a very special day for them because they got to use medicine again, and they got to help people in their former occupations and having to understand that had nothing to do with the uniform or the conflict. It was just them having a purpose of helping others. And it was a beautiful experience. We had a first responder, Tyler, with us, and he got a chance to visit the local police station in La Carpio and kind of have a conversation and kind of back and forth between two police officers just in a different country doing the same job, right? So that was awesome. And of course you had Scott and Stefan, these two guys from CanSoftCom, just the foundation of the group, if you will. You know what I mean? These guys did not just leave blood and sweat. They left they left like calluses and blisters and lower back, lumbar support. They left everything out there, and just they worked at an incredible pace. Even the Costa Ricans, they lived that pura vida life. Like work a little, play a little. And these guys had none of it, right? Concurrent activity, just working to the bone. But that's what they do, and we have to obviously pace ourselves. We got the project done ahead of time, so that was really cool to see. And then from there, we drove into the tribal mountains. The Terrible and Baruka tribes hosted us. They had ceremonies for us, so we participated in some reforestation. We're presented with really special masks, which they don't sell. It takes 2 days to make, and and that was a beautiful ceremony for us, and we partook in some reforestation. We work with the animals. We went to the biggest dog sanctuary in the world, I believe, at Territorio Zugatas. And again, for videos and blogs and whatnot, please visit our social media pages, and you'll see how it all went down. Just a full, beautiful day running around with puppies, helping out in whatever way we could. An amazing experience in itself. And then basically we did some decompression, and Dr. Weiland started preparing us to come back to Canada with some music therapy and basically goal-setting exercises, and really preparing us. I mean, to the staff, I can't thank them enough. There are a lot of volunteers as well, like too many to name, but Dr. Weiland, Dr. Shu, they had to be agile and mobile, doing therapy in the back of buses, to workshops on a bus, to Dr. Weiland having a group therapy session on the side of an busy airport, right? Just to kind of calm things down, because there's a long flight back. You got some snow delays coming back to sunny Ottawa. And Matt, the 2IC and / partaking in the group. Very tough position to be in, but he was Matty Ice, as he always is, from day one. He was there for me, and I can't thank him enough. We had Dr. Brian Panko, which is the chiropractor with a mental health twist, from Nobility Chiropractic. Man, this guy was awesome. He was adjusting people on concrete slabs, just keeping our bodies together. Some of us suffering from chronic pain and whatnot, just keeping it together and going through. And then from there, we basically came back on 15th of March. We came back to Ottawa, spent a day and a half again at an Airbnb for decompression. And really, the most important part of this exercise program is to take this stuff home. As everyone knows that I meet, this all means nothing if we don't take this home to our families and to our friends who deserve this. This whole thing, this phase 1 and 2 is a beautiful thing, and people are in awe of the Costa Rican experience and the volunteerism of it all. But really, it all means nothing. This is the theater of action. It's home. Before we used to practice to deploy, and police officers practice to go out in the field, and for fire and ambulance as well. But here is coming back home. We exercise to bring these practices back home. So with regarding to our morning routines and coping mechanisms and resilience, we woke up every morning with the yoga, meditation, apple cider vinegar, ate healthy. So how do we bring that back home? And of course we do that through constantly meeting digitally once a week and physically when we can. And so yeah, there's gonna be more to come on this. This was just a short blurb to basically let everyone know, summarize the whole thing. So I'm really looking forward, as participants themselves and some of the staff will be joining me. So it's not just my mug out here talking to you. So please check us out on our social media sites, Camp Aftermath, across of them, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and just to keep up to date with what we're doing. With that, please comment or like or subscribe to this page, and I'll see you next time.